Hi, I'm Jack Drougel. Today I'm going to be making a tier list of your favorite Thanksgiving foods. Tier list is simple. It goes from S to F tier, S being the best and F tier being the worst. To start off, our tier list is Hawaiian Rules. Okay, it can be any kind of roll, but Hawaiian Rules are just, in my opinion, the best roll. They're really nice, sweet, fluffy, buttery. Can't get anything wrong with that. So to start off strong, it's gonna be a nice S tier. Next up, we have apple pie. Now, I'm not a fan of apple pie. I never really was. And it's okay. It's just, I feel like the textures of the apples just kind of ruin it for me, actually. I don't really want to have that crunch. It's not really a crunch, but you know the texture of an apple. And I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of that in a pie, so it's gonna be a C tier. Not the worst, but honestly, it's just not my thing. Next up, we have baked sweet potato. Now, I do not generally like sweet potato, nor do I like regular baked potatoes. It's just the texture of it and all, you know, taste of sweet potato and the way it's baked. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm sorry, it's gonna be the first F tier. Just, it's not that great. Next up, we have pecan pie. I've never actually had pecan pie, so this is going to be a very abstract rating. I'm gonna give it a C just because of the fact that I like pecans. I really like any kind of tree nut, so pecans are good. I'm gonna give it a C though, just because of the fact that I've never had it. Next up on the list is the main part of Thanksgiving, turkey. Now, turkey is good. There's no getting around that. Turkey is just the reason why Thanksgiving is good. But I have to say, just compared to all of these other dishes, turkey actually is not what I look forward to on Thanksgiving. I just look forward to the way the dishes like connect together, and they all just taste well together. So I'm gonna give it an A. It's not bad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's actually really not my favorite part of Thanksgiving. Next up, we have mac and cheese. I'm not sure if many people use mac and cheese. I've seen it before. I'm not quite sure. It just doesn't fit with Thanksgiving meal. So I'm going to give it an F tier just because of the fact that it doesn't really belong on a Thanksgiving table. Next up, we have hollow chocolate turkeys. And the reason why these are here is because this is my favorite like part about Thanksgiving, just in the sense of like it's nice walking in. This is at my grandmother's house, and there's always these hollow chocolate turkeys sitting on the table ready for you to eat before the main feast, and oh boy, they're good. S tier. Next up, we have ham. Now, ham is good. Like, I love ham, but here's the thing. Ham is Christmas, and turkey is Thanksgiving. And I think that ham is just stealing the thunder by joining in on that Thanksgiving table. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to get it a B tier, just because of the fact, again, it doesn't really belong there. It does, but Thanksgiving is turkey time, Christmas is ham time. Next up, we have buttermilk biscuits. I love them. They're good. But I have to say, it just compared to a Hawaiian roll, not what I have on Thanksgiving. I'm going to give them a B tier. Cornbread. It's not there. It's just very generic. And you know, when you go to like KFC or something, you're like, oh boy, KFC biscuits, not oh boy, KFC cornbread. You know, it's cornbread. Who is dying to have some cornbread? We're gonna go with a C. It's cornbread. Next up, we have mashed potatoes. Now, mashed potatoes good. I love mashed potatoes. Okay, just the butter. It's just the butter in it and the consistency of the mashed potato. It's really good, and once put with gravy, arguably the best thing on the table. It's an A tier. Next up, we have green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole. In fact, it's probably one of my favorite things. It's so good, fairly healthy. There's some other components that kind of drown out that nutritional value, but top of S tier, my favorite. I love green bean casserole, and the taste of it goes with Thanksgiving, so that just makes it even better. Next up, as previously mentioned, gravy. Gravy is good, but I have to say, things in Thanksgiving feasts do taste good without the gravy. I really like gravy. It makes everything like very good, and I always put gravy on my like turkey, mashed potatoes. But I'm gonna put it at a B tier, just because the fact of Thanksgiving would not be good if it was just gravy with other things. Next up, we have cranberry sauce, or just cranberries. Yeah. Next up, we have the very popular pumpkin pie, and I have to say, pumpkin pie is my favorite fall dessert. Compared with apple pie and all these other different kinds of pies, pumpkin pie is probably my favorite, just because it goes with the season, the color of it matches the fall colors. Overall, just makes your fall even better. Once served with whipped cream, sometimes even with vanilla ice cream, it's very, very good. It's an A. Next up, we have candied yams. Why? Why are these here? I get it. It tastes like Thanksgiving, but again, it's just the same thing with cornbread. Who's going, oh boy, candied yams? I've never heard anyone say that. Never. F. But I have to say cranberry sauce is worse, so we're gonna put it there. Up, we have dressing. Now, dressing, it's generic, garlicky, salty. I think it's garlic. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I have to say, the taste of it is great. Just doesn't quite match up with the Thanksgiving flavor for me. And the texture of it makes it even worse. I don't get dressing. It's a C tier. I'm not saying it's bad, but I am saying that I could go without it. Same thing. We have stuffing. It's the same thing. The only difference, I believe, from what I've looked up, is the fact that dressing is cooked on the outside of the turkey and stuffing cooked on the inside of the turkey. Yet again, though, I don't think people really cook it in or outside of the turkey anymore, so we're gonna put it at F tier. I mean, dressing and stuffing, they're the same thing. Last but not least is probably my favorite part of the Thanksgiving holiday, Black Friday. If you don't know what Black Friday is, you probably do, but it's basically where all the stores put sales on your favorite things for the holidays to get for your family on discount. And I love Black Friday. I've always really liked it. Just, it's fun, you know, when you're younger, going through all the catalogs. I mean, they don't really do catalogs anymore, but when you're young, you're looking for the Toys R Us or the Target catalog to look for your favorite toy on the holidays. And you go with a pen and you circle it and then give it to your family. That's what I always did. And I love Black Friday. And now I go shopping during Black Friday to get presents for my family, friends, and sometimes myself. It's an S tier. My favorite, absolute favorite part of Thanksgiving. Well, that concludes our Thanksgiving tier list. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you agree with me. And if you don't, doesn't matter. I'm right.